Well, there were numerous times in the second half where you guys came within one. Just what you could say the separation was from them.
They got easy buckets. We worked for every bucket we tried to get. Fouls, free throws, contested shots, while they were getting easy tip-ins, stuff like that. So, easy bucket compared to a tough bucket, it's always going to be the easy one that comes down on top.
Just what you can say defensively that you were seeing going up against them, when you guys were in your zone, just how they moved around, just what led to some of those easy buckets, those baseline moves that they made?
It was just, lobs, really. They didn't do anything special. We got up on their shooters really well. They missed about 7 or something in a row. But, you just got to give credit to, their big guys down low. Grabbing those rebounds, putting them back up, or catching the lob that they were throwing. So they didn't do anything that was something that we haven't seen before. It was very ordinary, but it's just they have those guys down low.
What was the separation in your opinion? Was it the turnovers? I know there was 2 turnovers back to back that led to points for them. Do you think that ultimately was the difference?
I can't really pinpoint one thing. In a whole, there was a lot of mistakes that we made that we should have capitalized on. Once we got them, where we wanted them on defense, they weren't scoring. We should have capitalized on the offensive end. But it's just everything in a whole. You can't really talk about one thing.
You guys, not just in this game, but in other games inside of this tournament, pushed those teams into foul trouble, got them in the bonus early, and then got to go to the line. Just what you could say about doing things like that, knowing that you don't have a deep bench, but you were able to get some freebies there, not just in this game, but throughout the tournament.
That's been the mindset, especially today in the second half. Coach told us to attack. We got in the middle a lot, attacked myself, I attacked a lot. And, getting them into foul trouble, like you said. So just sticking with the same mindset, knowing that we got to, attack everybody. It doesn't matter who, something that we got to do.
Down the stretch, it was still a game, and you had that leaner. Just what you can say about that. I mean, it's a phenomenal play offensively. Mm-hmm. Just what you can say about that.
Coach told me to get the ball, make a play, and, he guys trusted me, and I knew, I was going to knock it down whatever happened. Just another play.
You're a true freshman, and you got to go to the NCAA tournament your first season. You guys won 3 games in 5 days. Just what you could say about, even though it doesn't end the way that you want it to, just what you took away from it, especially knowing that you were one of those guys that had to play 40 minutes, and when you're playing 3 in 5 days.
It's thrilling. It's something that a lot of guys don't get to experience, even, upperclassmen. I'm just so blessed, with the abilities that I have to come in here and, play the minutes that I do and, get the role that I have on this team. It's a great team, a lot of great players on the squad, so, I'm just blessed that Coach, put me in that role. So, the guys that are coming in next year, I feel like I'm able to educate them and let them know, a lot about, how the season should be and, stuff like that.
Tyus stepped up as a leader as a sophomore this season. You're talking about being a leader next year as a sophomore. Just bring me into that.
You come in as a freshman, wanting to learn. Great players always, learn first before they try to, lead. And, I had, 2 great players in front of me, teaching me the ways, teaching me how, Syracuse basketball is supposed to be, Tyus and Frank. So, next year I feel like, like I said, I could, help those guys out because I've been here and I've experienced so much. So, the guys that are coming in next year, I'll be able to, just calm them down. Because I know, as a freshman coming in, there's a lot of pressure, especially those guys there, top-ranked players. So there's going to be a lot of pressure on them to do well. But, I feel like I'll be able to, help them and, just settle them down a little bit so the game comes easy.
Lastly for me, just what you could say about the biggest pieces of knowledge that you learned that you've taken away from Frank and Tyus at this point?
Just attack everybody. Those guys, they have the scoring mindset, and, that's something that I'm really trying to get. Watching Tyus play, see him go at anyone that's in front of him is, it's something great to see. So, I'm just going to add that piece to my game. Whoever's in front of me, just try to go at them because, I know I have the skill for it. So, that's just a personal thing. Just taking it that anyone's in front of me.